Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the Angel News, where we keep the original nation updated. My name is Nicolette Hodge. Sisters and brothers, the war in the Middle East has escalated to a full-scale war, and it is getting hotter and hotter by the day, sisters and brothers. The Angel predicted this war in great detail, identifying the players of this war, the outcome of this war. The Angel has also identified a timeline of the war in the Middle East and gives a sign for us to flee, sisters and brothers. Now, the war in the Middle East has two phases, which is identified in the book of Revelations. So let's get right to it. And occurred war in the heaven. This is the first phase of the war in the Middle East, sisters and brothers, which occurred October 7th, 2023. The first phase is called the Abomination of Desolation. We are now in the second phase, which is identified in the next part of the scripture. So let's continue reading. The Michael and the angels of him, to war with the dragon, and the dragon warred and the angels of it. And not it proved strong. Not but place was found of them yet in the heaven. And was thrown the dragon the great, the serpent the archaic, the being called devil and the Satan, the making to err the being inhabited whole. He was thrown into the earth, and the angels of him with him were thrown. All right, sisters and brothers. The angel identifies that Michael and his angels go to war with the dragon and his angels. This is the phase that we are in right now, phase 2. Michael is the god Master Farad Muhammad. His angels are Iran and Syria. The dragon is the House of Assad, and his angels are America, Britain, and false Israel. Now, the angel identifies that Michael and his angels will win this war. They will be victorious. The dragon and his angels will lose the war and be thrown out of the Middle East. Understand, sisters and brothers, that Master Farad Muhammad, Iran, and Syria is our brothers. They are fighting for us. They are not against us, sisters and brothers. So, the angel identifies everything and everyone around us. The angel puts us in touch with reality, sisters and brothers, letting us know exactly what's happening right now and exactly what to expect in the next few days. So with that, sisters and brothers, Brother David will take us further into our newscast by identifying the first phase of the war in the Middle East, which is called the Abomination of Desolation. Brother David will also identify the outcome of the Abomination of Desolation.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's David Hodge. This is Future News, brothers and sisters. These events are happening now. We're living out the scriptures. We're living out the Abomination of Desolation, which can be found in Matthew chapter 24, verse 15. Therefore, when you see the abomination of desolation, which was spoken of through Daniel, the prophet, standing in the holy place, let the reader understand. Daniel the prophet, the Son of Man, the messenger of the covenant, the one that will take us home, brothers and sisters. And it says, standing in the holy place, let the reader understand. Let the reader understand that false Israel, they're imposters. They are not who they claim to be. They are the synagogue of Satan. They're not good people. They're monsters who are causing total destruction throughout the world and is sitting in the holy place, which is Jerusalem, casting destruction on women and children, killing women and children, blowing up and starving women and children. They are the abomination of desolation. They are an abomination, and they should not be over there. They're pretending to be us, brothers and sisters. They're pretending to be the true seed of Abraham, which America and Britain were the ones who established them in the land. But the scripture says that God would do it. So why did America and Britain do it? Because they found out who we are. The black man and woman of America are the true seed of Abraham. And they could not allow that idea to spread, because that comes with negative consequence that they would have to suffer. So they quickly covered it up and placed false Israel in that land so they could try to escape judgment for the 400 years of slavery and affliction of God's people, which is us. So it's clear, brothers and sisters, false Israel is Satan. False Israel is not the true seed of Abraham. They are the abomination that is causing desolation. It says, know a tree by the fruit it bears. Know them by their works. And they are doing the works of Satan while sitting in Jerusalem, in the holy place where they do not belong. It says that they will inherit what they say and do, which means this whole thing is about to backfire on them. False Israel is about to get a taste of their own medicine. We're in that time, brothers and sisters. The time has arrived. The destruction of false Israel is near. It says here in the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 20, but when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, then recognize that her desolation is near. False Israel will be placed under siege. And during this time, America and Britain, which are their allies, will be thrown completely out. So this situation is going to isolate. It's going to cause a false Israel to be isolated. And it says that God would plant them in their land, right? And he said that they should not be uprooted or removed. However, that's not the case, brothers and sisters, because that's the whole point of the isolation. They're about to be removed because they're fraudulent. They're not who they claim to be. They're not the true seed of Abraham. They're Satan. So it's clear, when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, their desolation is near. Who controls Jerusalem? Jerusalem is the capital of what? False Israel. That means that they are going to be destroyed, not redeemed, not saved, no salvation for them, brothers and sisters. Destruction. See, they want you to believe it's going to be the other way around, trying to confuse you. And a lot of individuals believe that Jesus will save them last minute. Matter of fact, they don't even believe in Jesus. They believe that Jesus is in hell, burning in his own piss and shit. That's a fact. This is what they actually believe. Look it up. So they can say goodbye to Jesus saving their ass. Because that's not how it's going to play out. That's not how the story goes. It's not going to end like everyone anticipating. Like everyone is anticipating it to go, brothers and sisters. It's going to be a complete shock to the world, which ends in their destruction. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Brother David. Sister Fatima will take us further into our newscast by identifying the timeline of the war in the Middle East.
Assalamu alaikum, sisters and brothers. My name is Sister Fatima Hodge, and we're going to get right into our presentation. The scriptures identifies when the abomination of desolation will take place. That is taking place right now in Gaza from the hands of false Israel. And it also identifies approximately when the war with Michael and his angels will take place. All right, sisters and brothers, we're going to move forward. All right, we'll be reading out of Daniel. It reads, "How long shall be the vision concerning the daily sacrifice and the transgression of desolation, to give both the sanctuary and the host to be trodden underfoot? And he said unto me, unto 2,300 days, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed." All right, sisters and brothers, it reads, unto 2,300 days, then the sanctuary shall be cleansed. All right, sisters and brothers, so what we're going to do first is calculate 2,300 by 30. We're going to divide, sisters and brothers, we're going to divide 2,300 days by 30. And we will get 76.6. All right, sisters and brothers, so focus on that number, 76.6. All right, now it shared 2,300 days, then the sanctuary shall be cleansed. All right, so what we're going to do is take that 76.6. Well, first we're going to take the 76 and we're going to add it to 1948. Now, 76 years from 1948 leads you to 2024. All right, sisters and brothers, so we're going to go back a little bit and identify 1948. We know 1948 is when false Israel was established, right? All right, so 1948, 76 years from that date brings you to 2024. All right, it says 76.6. So what we're going to do is take that 0.6 and multiply it by 12, because there's 12 months in a year. So when you multiply that by 12, you get 7.2. 12 times 0.6 is 7.2. All right, sisters and brothers. So that leads you to December 2024. All right, sisters and brothers. So 76 years plus approximately 7.7 months brings you to 2024, December. Now, sisters and brothers, we know that December 2024, Syria went down in 2024, December. Now, sisters and brothers, the war hadn't started yet because they were still under control, sisters and brothers. Both Syria and Iran will have to be at war. So we know that 2024, December, approximately, the Shia, sisters and brothers, exactly who they are in jail. However, the Syria went down, sisters and brothers. So that identifies that we still had more time before the war would begin because, like I shared previously, Syria and Iran would need to have went to war, right? All right, sisters and brothers. So that date from 76 years from 1948 brings you to 2024, approximately December 2024. And that's exactly when Syria went down, sisters and brothers. So the scriptures are identifying time frames when these events would take place. All right, so I'm going to move further. It reads, "And I heard the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river. And he held up his right hand and his left hand unto heaven, and sware by him that liveth forever, that it shall be for a time, times, and half. And when he shall have accomplished to scatter the power of the holy people, all these things shall be finished. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. And from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and the abomination that maketh desolate set up, there shall be 1,290 days. Blessed is he that waiteth and cometh to the 1,305 in 30 days. But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot in the end of the days. All right, sisters and brothers, now that I read that scripture, we're going to break this scripture down as I did previously. All right, it shares, and I heard the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, when he held up his right hand and his left hand unto heaven, and swear by him that liveth forever, that it shall be for a time, times, and half. All right, sisters and brothers, so reading this scripture, it identifies, it shares for a time, times, and half. All right, sisters and brothers, so it shared for a time. That's identifying one time there. Then it goes and says times. So once it says times, that means it's talking about 2 times that's being identified, right? All right, so those 2 times would also relate to one another, right? And half. So that's what you're looking for when you are trying to identify what the scripture is telling us. All right, so I'm going to move further. It shares, many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. And that is the angel warriors who are here with the Son of Man, receiving this knowledge, understanding what is being shared, and giving it to you all like we are today. All right, so I'm going to move forward. And from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and the abomination that maketh desolate set up, there shall be 1,290 days. All right, sisters and brothers. So what we're going to do is take 1,290 days, and we're going to divide that by 30. And you're going to get 43, sisters and brothers. 43 is what you're going to get. Now, we know that in 1980, false Israel made Jerusalem their capital. So what we're going to do is take 43 and add it to 1980. Now, sisters and brothers, this date brings you to 2023. And it also identifies in that scripture the abomination of desolation. It asks, when will this be set up, right? It shared, and from that time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and the abomination that maketh desolate set up, there shall be 1,290 days. Now we took 1,290 days and divided it by 30, and we got 43. And we took that 43 and added to 1980. And that is when false Israel made Jerusalem their capital. So that day, and adding 40 years, brings you to 2023. So this scripture, sisters and brothers, is identifying exactly the year when the abomination of desolation would take place. And that's exactly what took place. October 2023, the abomination of desolation took place. Right over there in Gaza. Exactly what's taking place right now. It started in 2023. And that's exactly what that date led you to. 2023. So sisters and brothers, these scriptures are identifying exactly, the unsealed scriptures, identifying exactly what's going to take place. All right, sisters and brothers, so we're going to move further. It reads, blessed is he that waiteth and cometh to the 1,305 in 30 days. But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand thy lot at the end of the days. All right, it gives us another time because it said times, right? So that's why I wanted you all to focus on. It said time. So it gave us 2 times here. So the first time we calculated and we received 43. Now we're going to calculate the second number. It shares, blessed is he that waiteth and cometh to the 1,305 in 30 days. All right, sisters and brothers. So what we're going to do is take 1,335 and divide it by 30. All right, sisters and brothers. So what we get from that is 44.5. Now, the scripture shares and half. It shares, let me read that. It shares, and I heard the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, when he held up his right hand and his left hand unto heaven, and swear by him that liveth forever, that it shall be for a time, times, and half. All right, sisters and brothers. So let's focus on those 2 numbers that we just calculated, 43 and 44.5. Now, what is the difference between those 2 numbers? It's a 1.5 year difference, right? Because it says 43 for one and it's 44.5 for the other, right? So that's that half that it was identifying there, right? It said and half, right? So what we're going to do is take from 2023, what we received from previously, from adding 1990, from adding 43 to 1980, we received 2023. The year of the abomination of desolation. Now you're going to take that and half, that half that we just received from that next calculation, right? And add it, add 1.5 years to that date. And that date brings you to 2025. Sisters and brothers, this is identifying what's happening right now. Sisters and brothers, in 2025, Iran is now at war. And the scriptures identifies these time frames, the unsealed scriptures. So, sisters and brothers, it is important that we know the truth of the times, because the scriptures is revealing exactly what will take place during this period and when it will take place. It also reads that pray that your flight not be, right, in the winter or in the Sabbath. So that alone should have told you that when Syria went down in 2024, approximately December, that wasn't the time of our flee, when our nation should flee, because that was during the winter, right? That happened in December. It said pray that your flight would not be in the winter or the Sabbath. So, sister and brother, that means that would be between that time. So that's how you know that you were not in that time in December 2024. You're in that time now, because we have not reached those dates yet. All right. With that, I'll bring this to a close. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Sister Fatima. Brother Amir will take us further into our newscast by identifying what will happen to America's economy as a result of America losing the war in the Middle East, and how this will affect the original black man and black woman right here in America.
Thank you, sister. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters, sisters and brothers. It's your brother Amir Yusuf, and this is a message to the original black man and original black woman living in America. Brothers and sisters, as soon as America is thrown out of the Middle East, America will be cut off from its oil supply that fuels America and the American dream. And then, as soon as that happens, brothers and sisters, we can expect extreme famine here in America. And also cannibalism, brothers and sisters. Yes, cannibalism. Them Caucasian devils, they're going to show their hand on who they truly are and their nature, that they are beasts and that they will eat you, brothers and sisters. So I'm going to take you into this clip. Check this out, brothers and sisters.
I'll admit it. I will eat my neighbors. I'm not letting my kids die. I'm just going to be honest. My superpower is being honest. I've extrapolated this out, and I won't have to for a few years since I got food and stuff. But I'm literally looking at my neighbors now and going, I'm ready to hang them up and gut them and skin them and chop them up. And you know what? I'm ready. My daughters aren't starving to death. I'll eat my neighbors. See, my superpower is being honest. I'll eat your I will. I'm combat model, optimum self-sufficiency, probably the leader. The point is have you thought about that yet? Because I'm somebody that thought I could fix this, and I'm starting to think about having to eat my neighbors. You think I like sizing up my neighbor, how I'm going to haul him up by a chain and chop his ass up? I'll do it. My children aren't going hungry. I will eat your ass. And that's why I want the globalists to know. I will eat your ass first. I will eat you. So all you spirit cookers act all tough all day, how you're doing your little satanic rituals and drinking blood and stuff. I'll drink your blood. You understand that? I will hang your ass up and cut you into cutlets like a filet mignon and grill your ass before I watch my daughters starve to death. See, now you took society and civilization as if it was some joke you could piss on all day. Didn't you understand? You unleash the animal. Once you do, you unleash the beast, and you're not the beast. I don't claim I'm the most tough guy around, but compared to you, I'm Godzilla on steroids.
Now, brothers and sisters, let's get into the scriptures. Micah chapter 3, verse 1 to 3. Verse 1. Then I said, listen, you leaders of Jacob, you rulers of Israel, should you not embrace justice? Verse 2.
You who hate
Good and love evil, who tear the skin from my people and the flesh from their bones. Verse 3. Who eat my people's flesh, strip off their skin and break their bones in pieces, who chop them up like meat for the pan, like flesh for the pot. So brothers and sisters, sisters and brothers, just know this is what is expected to come here to America. As I come before you, I leave you with the peaceful greetings of Assalamu Alaikum. It's your brother Amir Yusuf.
Thank you, Brother Amir. Brother Malik will take us further into our newscast by identifying the sign that is given to the original nation to flee. Brother Malik will also identify how we will protect ourselves during this time of unprecedented trouble.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Welcome. Thank you, sister. Brothers and sisters, Exodus 1:10 states, come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply. And it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out the land. Brothers and sisters, we are in great danger. America has a plan to kill us all. The war in the Middle East is directly connected to the original black man and woman in America. However, you're not aware of the imminent danger you're in. Brothers and sisters, there is one sign given to this wicked generation that our enemies will recognize immediately before America moves out to attack and kill us all. Brothers and sisters, this sign is the sign of Jonah. The sign of Jonah, brothers and sisters, is when you see the chief demon, Louis Farrakhan, cast down out of the Nation of Islam. And when you see the Nation of Islam under the new leadership of the Messenger of the Covenant, Master Suleiman, this is the sign of Jonah. This is the sign that will immediately be recognized by our enemy. Our true leader that will raise us up, being present in the leadership position of the Nation of Islam, will cause our enemies to attack us all. Brothers and sisters, America is going to attack us to try to prevent our rise. Brothers and sisters, the sign of Jonah is the sign to us to flee. Flee for your lives. Flee to the rally point that is not yet given. However, brothers and sisters, let no one stop you from fleeing. Our unity is our security. We are fleeing to unify, brothers and sisters. This is a mind war, brothers and sisters. This war will not be fought by us conventionally with conventional weapons. Brothers and sisters, our weapon is our mind. The angel uploaded and activated the angel mind. Brothers and sisters, our protection is the 5 pillars of Islam. Brothers and sisters, the 5 pillars are consequence, salats, zakat, fasting, and the 5th, Hajj. These 5 pillars are our protection. The 5 pillars are our nature that is the discipline that will bring us success in this time. Brothers and sisters, we are living in the greatest time ever. In the time that we get to take everything back from our enemies. Brothers and sisters, we are the true seed of Abraham. And we are going home. So, when you see the sign of Jonah, flee. Flee for your life. With that, I'll greet you as I came in the greeting words of peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Brother Malik. Sisters and brothers, the Angel News keeps you informed on current and future events so that we can safely secure the original nation. We will be back with more. Assalamu alaikum.